plant. Our baby has the loudest voice, like crying voice. Early in the morning when you're leaving the dorms, you took your plate and cup and spoon. And yes, there's a line to shower, so you have to wait in line. Sometimes 4:15 or 4:30, the bell rings. Different corners of, let's say, the country. Yeah, and I wanted to just remain my little girl, Here and there, when I see something to pick and twist out. Hey guys, welcome to tonight's super relaxing ASMR session. Hope you enjoy these tingles, and do not forget to like this video. Please leave us a comment if you feel like it, and also subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate that. In tonight's session, I am going to be nitpicking with fingers only. I was asking a few questions in our last premiere video. If you guys would like to see more whispered videos, or what videos you guys would like to see us do, and most of you said that you enjoyed the super zoomed fingers only, like nails only. So try to make this video nails semi only, because I'll be using the pickers. I don't know if they call them tweezers. Here and there, when I see something to pick and twist out. Regardless, I hope you will enjoy and stay tuned. So his hair is really flaky because we haven't done any asthma for the better part of last month. And the last one I did was on our tiny girl. I call her tiny girl because she used to be so small. The last asthma I did was on our baby. Oops, I got a nice whited over here. Hope it doesn't fly away. There it is. Yeah, and yeah, we didn't do a lot of asthma sessions last month. We'll try to do better this month. Now, when I asked you guys questions of what videos you'd like to see us do, you mentioned, of course, the zoomed fingers only, and a lot of you guys wanted me to continue telling stories of my childhood, school, where I currently live, and yeah. So I thought I would tell you guys again about, basically, briefly, about my days in school and ready to start learning. Now, since in high school I was in boarding, in primary school I was in day, we call it day and boarding. So in high school I was in boarding school. And we would start the semester. The school year has 3 semesters. There's the first, second and third semester. And there are breaks in between the semesters. Basically, what's this? Let me pat the hair to see it nicely. Yeah, so in between there are breaks. Like maximum 10-day break. In April, I think, after the first semester, there's like a 12-day, a week and a half. I'm not quite sure. Now I have to say that I studied in the 844 system, so I had things are different now. That the school system changed, so please bear in mind about that. I'm talking about my time in school, not what's happening right now. So yeah, we'll report the first semester, the first week of January. And I need to figure out what this is. First week of January, and then I think it's a dried skin patch, if I'm not wrong. It's kind of mashed up. Yeah, and it would be such a fun time basically to like reunite with your friends. You know, in boarding school, unlike day school, the people you study with don't live near you. Very rarely you have like your neighbors going to the same boarding school as you. So it's just a mix of different people from different corners of, let's say, the country. Yeah, so it should be a fun time to like reunite with all your friends, exchange stories of what you've been doing the entire, during the holiday, let's say Christmas holiday, just basically what you've been up to. And then the next day, literally the next day, you're supposed to be all unpacked, all rested, and ready to start classes. It's crazy, they don't even give you a break. So it's basically the reporting day. And then the next day it's school, resumes as usual. Classes start very early in the morning. They start at around 4:30. The bell rings. A very, very loud bell. And everybody wakes up. Then you all go to the showers. You take your bucket that you brought from home. And yes, there's a line to shower. So you have to wait in line with your towel. And you're freezing. It's cold. You wait in line. And then when it's your turn, you go in, shower. And then come out. You don't spend so much time in. You have your soap, your towel tied to your waist. Tied to your chest. And then shower quickly, come out. It's freezing. Most kids actually got pneumonia when I was in high school because it used to be so cold. And then after shower, you dress up. Depending on what time you arrived in school, you should have had your uniform washed, or you came from home with it clean and ironed nicely, because we never used to have irons in high school. You shouldn't bring an iron, a phone. Some snacks were even forbidden. It's crazy. Our times really were like prison. So yeah, you dress up. Then you go to preps around, let's say 4:50. You go to preps. Basically, preps is like study. People use this to, revise your notes if you have an exam coming up. Or have any homework you didn't finish last night. Some people also use this time to sleep, and if the prefect or the teacher on duty finds you asleep, you get canned, like beaten, corporal punishment. If a prefect writes your name that you are sleeping in preps, you might be scrubbing pavements when it's time for cleanup. So, you can't sleep unless you're dozing off, seated upright, with a hand on your head and supporting your head. That was our favorite sleep position during preps. So yeah, you study from around, let's say, 4:50, 5 a.m. all the way to 7. Guys, I'm not so sure about the time. I kind of forgot. It was so traumatic, I couldn't keep it in my head. You go basically have porridge. Porridge with, unless you brought your bread from home, and the canteen is not open that early. We used to have a school canteen, but it opens around 9. By that time you're in class. So yeah, you have your porridge. It's piping hot with very little sugar, like just very little. So you are allowed to bring your own sugar from home for the semester, and also your own accompaniments, like your own, like let's say mandazi. That's like a Kenyan traditional bun. I can't say Kenyan, it's an East African traditional bun. You can bring your own and have porridge with it. After the porridge there's cleanup. Now the people who are sleeping in prep time or making noise, talking or chatting, or they didn't show up because that early morning during preps there's a roll call. The teacher on duty will do a roll call to call. So if you didn't show up for preps and you were sleeping, then you'll be the one to do the cleanup. So the cleanup basically, you scrub muddy pavements of the school, any part of the school, for like 30 minutes. While other people are having porridge, you're scrubbing. You won't even have time to have porridge. It's a whole lot of work and you can't do it in even 1 hour. But you're forced to do it so quickly, because when classes resume around 8, you should be in class seated. So it's up to you to manage your time. Let me remind you that the dorms are closed when we leave from early morning preps. They're closed, so you can't go back. Unless you talk to the matron and you tell her something urgent, she'll come and open the dorm for you and she'll stand right there to watch you, what you're doing. And the matrons used to be so strict, like super strict. So, also the scrubbing of pavements could be done if it was your allocation, if you're allocated to do that. If the prefect on duty doesn't like you, you're gonna be scrubbing pavements and toilets. So as I was saying, guys, if the prefect on duty doesn't like you, you'll be scrubbing the pavements, the toilets, and the dorm rooms all week. Because every week you're allocated. Every person is allocated what to do. Remember, the school is huge. There are some people doing sweeping, some people collecting rubbish around the school, some people, in cleanup, some people cleaning the dining hall, some people cleaning the classrooms. It's a huge school. Usually boarding schools are huge. Like they're on a big piece of land, so there's something to do for everyone. And that's the same time when you're having breakfast. The cleanup and the breakfast are all merged into one. Then after that, class resumes around 8. But before class, there's actually a parade. I don't know why we used to call it parade, but we did. The parade is us what they don't like. And also in this case, since it's the beginning of the year, they're welcoming us to school, warning us of what they expect from us that year, telling us of the behaviors we should leave in the previous year, and telling us that they've come fresh to cane us. Corporal punishment is still there in case we step out of line, and other things to announce. Sometimes they would even announce the new prefects and, just to brief us on what's gonna happen that year. Usually the years were the same. Then you study from 8 to 10 or 10:30. We go to the canteen. If you have some pocket money, you buy some snacks for eating I don't know if it was tea during 10 a.m. or porridge again. I don't remember, but I think it was tea this time. Black tea with no milk and very little sugar to taste. And then you go back to class until lunchtime. Lunch starts from 1 p.m. to 2. It's 1 hour. So remember, early in the morning when you're leaving the dorms, you took your plate and cup and spoon. You took them to class together with your books. So you use your plate and your cup. You go to the dining hall. You get your food served. In Kenya, they would serve boiled or sometimes fried maize and beans. We call it githeri. And in Uganda, because I studied in Uganda as well, I went to high school in both Kenya and Uganda. You would be served maize dough. It's called kaunga with what is it called? A soup of beans, boiled beans. If they were fried, I wouldn't know. They didn't taste like it my entire time of being in high school there. So yeah, the dough basically has no salt and doesn't taste very good, but you just eat it. Anyway, it's very bland. Now, classes, you go back to class from 2. Then there's a short toilet break around 3:45. And then you study all the way until 5. Each time when there's a break, or be it be lunch break or short break, there's a bell. There'll be a bell being rung. And the moment the bell is rung, you don't stand up to leave. You wait for the teacher to be done. And then you can stand up to leave. Otherwise you'll be canned. Or you'll be marked as a difficult student and all the teachers will have it in for you. So there is that. Teachers in high school, really, especially public high school, are just the final authority. They're like gods. They'll cane you at leisure, give you homework, like excessive homework, treat you badly if they want to, bully you. I remember there's a teacher who bullied me and even told me, it's because he was a math teacher, even told me, where are you going? You're going nowhere in life if you do not know mathematics. You can't even do simple mathematics. I was honestly so bad in math. And he bullied me, insulted me, put me down, everything. And up to today, I'm still looking for him on Facebook. There's a meme that goes around in Kenya, because math teachers are known to be like mean and bullies. So there's a meme that goes on. I saw it on TikTok. People saying, "Mwalimu wa math since you said I won't go far, now I am somewhere far. Where is this? Since you said I won't go anywhere without failing mathematics, without the knowledge of mathematics or physics. Now that I am far, where is this? Since you thought you knew everything. It's a kind of a joke. But yeah, I was really traumatized by my math teacher, to be honest. I remember I told a story in the last video and someone said I should tell only happy stories. But I guess there's no way of telling a completely happy story without sneaking in a few sad moments. So yeah, then classes end at 5. We go to the dorms. We shower, stretch our legs a little bit, chat with your friends, wash the uniform if you have only one. Remember, the uniform is a skirt and a blouse, and boys wear trousers and sometimes shorts and a blouse, a shirt. We are wearing uniform, remember that. And then school socks, if they have an imprint of the school logo, or sometimes just white socks for girls and grey socks for boys with 2 stripes on them, and black shoes. So you can use this opportunity to brush your shoes, wash your uniform until 6:30, where you go for there's a bell for dinner. You eat the same thing as you ate for lunch. And then you go to preps. There's another roll call in case someone decided to remain in the dorm rooms, because they are locked shut after everybody leaves for preps at night and in the morning, so you cannot remain and hide. A bunch of people used to do that, hide in the dorms, but the teachers would do a roll call and find out you're not there, or they would go to the dorms to look under the beds everywhere to see if someone remained. They would look in every nook and cranny of the dorms, and if they find you hiding, they will cane you like never before. You will get a beating like crazy. So yeah, the preps, basically you use them to do your homework that you got during the day. And then you can also use it to revise if you have a test coming. We do 3 tests. Of course, there are a few tests in class, but the major tests are 3 in every semester. The beginning, then the mid-term test, and then the end-of-term test. So if you have a test, you revise for it, and then around 9 you go to the dorms to sleep. That's also a bell. So if you are dozing off in class, the bell will wake you up, alright? Now, if you didn't get an opportunity to shine your shoes when you left class at 5 or 5:30, you can do that now. Some people go to the bathrooms to wash their uniforms and hope that the moistness of everybody breathing in the dorm will dry the uniform. Some people just used to wash the uniform collar on the neck because it was a white shirt. I remember to dry the clothes, since there's no hanging place inside the dorm. You can just hang it on the side of your bed. We used to sleep on double-decker metallic beds, so you can hang it on your decker metallic bed and hope it will dry overnight. If not, you're wearing it wet to class. Remember, during preps, we wear some kind of uniform that we used to call in Uganda a layer. It's the same for everyone. Girls would wear a red shirt and black skirt, and boys would wear a red shirt and black trousers or shorts. So it's not really a school uniform, but it's a leisure uniform. On Saturdays and Sunday, that's what you're expected to wear. You can as well wear your uniform, like your school uniform, if you want to. So I hope I've recapped properly the sketch of how it was in boarding school. Maybe I've left out some details, not so sure. It's 2 a.m. in the morning here. As I was saying in the previous video, our little girl's sleeping schedule changed. In a few weeks she's gonna be 1. So she's going through a growth spurt, and her sleeping schedule is completely switched. So now she's, awake at random times of the night. And if she doesn't see me or feel me in the bed, it's like a loud crying. I don't know who she takes after with this. Our baby has the loudest voice, like crying voice. Literally, when she starts to cry, her voice sounds like Fiona in Shrek. Remember how Fiona would sing and the bird burst? For the people who watched Shrek, her voice is that sharp. So I just run quickly to, calm her down, hold her, and assure her that we are here. In most cases, actually, her dad runs to calm her down. If I'm, somewhere, or if I take too long to stand up, he just runs, and calms her down. I think she likes that, because when she sees me, sometimes she resumes to cry. But with him, she's quiet immediately, and he hugs her and stuff. During these growth spouts, for example, the 6th month one was crazy. She wakes up several times in the night, more than usual. She wakes up now. Lately she's been waking up like 5 times from 8 p.m. And in between those times I either nurse her or I give her a bottle. She'll sleep right after. When I give her milk or when I nurse her, she'll just sleep right back. I'm hoping today I'll be able to do the keratin mask on his hair, because his hair is really super dirty, very flaky. Hopefully be able to get some stuff out with the hair mask keratin application. I really prayed that I won't be so sleepy. We would have started shooting around 10, but then she woke up and she wanted to play. I gave her some snack, some blueberries, some orange, and eggs, because usually that's what she wants to snack on. And she ate that. She ate all the blueberries and left everything else on the plate. And then she drank some good night tea. I literally had 1 bag left, and I gave that to her. She drank that, and she drank that, and it took me almost an hour to put her back to sleep. By the time she slept, it was already 12:30 in the night. And I was really praying that I won't be feeling sleepy. So thank God. This is the second video of the night. And I'm not as sleepy as I thought I would be. So I thank God for that. guys, I will try to end the video here, because if I'm too quiet then I might fall asleep, and I don't want that to happen. Sometimes when I end the video